Hi. So your first reaction is probably, Zach, you're alive. Where have you been? And what is that shit on your face? Well, to the stuff on my face, it's Stanley Cup playoff season, and I don't know if it's tradition or superstition, but you don't shave your beard during Stanley Cup playoff season because it like jinxes your team. So I kind of want to shave. I kind of like how I look with a beard. I kind of don't. I don't know, but it's gonna have to wait till after the Tampa Bay Lightning repeat. Ooh, I gotta talk about heavy emotional stuff, and I'm over here trying to talk about hockey. Sorry, change of angle. My phone was trying to do something weird. But let's talk about where I've been and how I've been doing. The short answer is not well at all. So I took a new job February of last year, and that job was going pretty well. You know, obviously we were shut down for lockdown, but when I came back, you know, I was working there and the work was steady. I was making enough money to make payments on my loans, but also do stuff that was, you know, fun, afford art supplies and books and whatnot. And it was going okay. But that kind of changed starting in the holidays, but especially going into spring break of this year. I realized recently that my relationship with my job became really unhealthy, and I'm currently in the process of trying to find a new job. I got promoted in early March to be a trainer, and in February through to now, we keep losing tons of people to two rival companies. I work at one of the major theme parks, and the two bigger companies than us, which narrows down where I work. I'm not going to say where it is, just because, you know, when you have videos of you drinking, you don't want to associate that with your job, but you can figure out where I work if you really want to know. We keep losing people, and so we're constantly minimum staffed, and they promoted a lot of people to assistant supervisor without promoting new trainers. So right now I'm the only trainer at one of the two rides I work at, and I'm sharing training duties with another guy at the other ride I work at. But the only reason he's training is he got promoted to assistant soup and hasn't had the time to get signed off to do his duties as in that new position, so he's training with me for now. So once he gets all sorted out, I'm gonna be the only trainer for two different rides, and I've just been working so much, and they've been expecting me to do the work of someone working on their own and also train, which is just a bad idea. And I've just been working so much, and it's just really unhealthy. And I realized recently how little time I've had for myself. And like, I thought about, you know, I used to do this channel a lot, I used to read a lot. I haven't read like a book like this whole year, basically. You know, I used to sit and play my ukulele or play drums and all this stuff. I have had some time to paint because that's my main hobby, and that's like what I emphasize on my time off. But even then, this year has been a constant stream of starting paintings and having to work a long stretch, and by the time I have another day off or 2 days off to work on it, having a new idea. So even though I've been painting a lot, I haven't finished a lot of paintings. So even that has been a scrub. So that's kind of the short answer of where I've been. I've been working a lot, and it's taking a real toll on my mental health. Early March of this year through early April is the lowest I've been since my first semester of college. And both in college and in early March, I thought some really negative things. I had some intrusive thoughts that were really, really bad. I don't want to go into detail, but I think you can figure out what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so I want to get back to this. I'm applying to new jobs and asking for Wednesdays and Saturdays off, and requesting only 4 days a week. Hopefully I'll get a call back from something soon, but if not, I'm going to go into my current job and request an availability change, because I can't keep doing this, and I don't want to keep doing this. I have friends that, you know, work 6 days a week up to 60 hours, and I'm not that guy. You know, I've never been that guy, and I just, you know, I live at home. I don't have a ton of bills. I have my student loan payments. I'm saving up to I'm trying to go back to get my teacher certification. I want to go into teaching eventually. That's my new kind of career goal. So I'm saving up for that, but I don't need, you know, I have like $1,000 checks, and I don't, you know, end up spending it on stuff that I don't have time to use or the energy to use when I have the time. So I can deal with less money and a little more time to focus on making sure I'm okay, doing the things I love, and being just a happier person. So yeah, there's a kind of life update and where I've been, and I really missed you guys. It's funny, as I was kind of thinking about doing this, Paper Cut announced that they were doing something. If any of you guys were wondering, no, they did not ask me to partake in this round, which is fine. They didn't need to. They're doing Rule of Wolves, which, more on that in a second, but they only gave like 4 days warning, which I'm guessing was like not optimal on their end. They probably wanted to give us more heads up, but sadly I'll be working that day, so even if I had like a month's heads up, I still wouldn't be able to do the live show. But before I realized it was going to be that close, because Jordan was teasing that she was going to do something with Rule of Wolves, and I knew what it was going to be. I decided to start, I was going to vlog me doing Ruin and Rising and King of Scars and Rule of Wolves leading up to that show. But since I don't have the time to do all that, I can tell you I've been listening to Ruin and Rising. I found an upload of it on YouTube, the audiobook, which I'm sure is up there completely legally. Yeah, right, it's legal. I'm halfway through it right now. I'm hoping to finish it today, though that might be a stretch. We'll see how it goes. I'll try to update you later. But I want to get this vlog up tomorrow, so we'll see. I don't hate it as much as I thought I would. I think it's kind of like a Star Wars Episode 3 effect, where your expectations are so low when you're given mediocrity. You're like, oh hey, this is actually not terrible. Once they got out at the beginning, where they were in the like white church or whatever it's called, and away from the apricot, whatever the fuck his name was, the book's actually been not terrible. I will say it feels a lot more like a book 2 than a book 3. Like, the plot for a finale feels like it should be progressing a lot more than it is. To me, it seems to have a lot of the same problems that Dark Dawn had, where it's fine material, but it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere right now. And then, so I know it's gonna just like kind of drop into place at the last bit of it, so kind of looking forward to how that goes. I do know the big like secret with the last amplifier, so I'm interested to see how that goes in like context and detail, just because like the premise from what I heard, it seems just so silly. I don't know how she's gonna pull that off. Speaking of context, I Am a Blade, or I Am Become a Blade, I had completely forgot about that until it came up in the book. And in context, it's funnier. Even though I've been hearing it for years, it was still funny to me. It's such a bad line. It's such a bad line. And I know it's supposed to be a joke, but Lee, you're killing me. I just realized I should probably explain. I'm filming this from my car because I was supposed to have the house to myself today. My sister's moving back in from grad school, and she was supposed to go to Tampa, leaving me the house to myself for several hours. And she decided not to go today. She's gonna go tomorrow while I'm at work. Thanks, fam. But what I've been doing while I've been listening to Ruin and Rising, this morning I baked, I got some new cookbooks recently, because I've been baking a lot, because I like to bake sweets to take with me to work, something nice for my lunches. If you didn't know, I'm gluten intolerant, so I have to pack my lunch every day, basically. But one of the few things I've never been able to find gluten-free or find a good recipe for until now was gluten-free Boston cream donuts. So I made those this morning. I have not tried them yet, so maybe I'll film myself and put my reaction in here. Also this year, my sister's been teaching me to sew. It started with a birthday present for one of my coworkers, and so I've been sewing my own fanny packs. I have 2. My job allows you to wear a fanny pack, so I just made these 2 for work to have like pens and stuff in. As a trainer, you need pens and all sorts of crap, and I keep my Starburst in it since I'm diabetic. But so one of my crewmates, one of the people I finished their training, she was saying how she wanted a fanny pack and she didn't have like a sewing machine or anything. So making this as a gift to her. She's a hard worker and I really appreciate her. We've been a revolving door of people, and she's been there for a hot minute, and she always comes in and doesn't call out, which sounds like a low bar, but at this point, like, people who don't call in are like saints in my book. So but yeah, I might make some macarons later. That was one of the other cookbooks I got. Or I might work on a painting I'm doing. I'm doing a painting of a spoonbill, which is a bird, I believe that's native to Florida. They have a bird enclosure at work, and that's one of the birds in there. And it's kind of cute, at least in my opinion. I really like birds. And it's just like kind of adorable looking. And plus the name Spoonbill, I mean, that's just kind of fun, isn't it? Hey guys, so I'd originally planned to end this vlog in the car. I actually filmed the whole ending to the video in the car, but I finished the fanny pack that was something that I was working on for my coworker, and I went on a walk, so I figured I'd just film an extra little ending since I'm a little bit further in the book, and I can realize I could clarify some stuff a little better from what I talked about earlier. So I realized I talked about work earlier. I didn't really clarify what I mean by like unhealthy relationship with work, and kind of to clarify and give you kind of an example of what I mean. I know I talked about it a bit, but it's being windy again. Hopefully it doesn't distort the mic like it did earlier. But anyway, maybe we can try cupping the mic a little bit. There we go. When I was hired, you could only work 28 hours. That was the max for part-timers. Even if you wanted to extend, if you volunteered to extend, they really needed you to extend, they would not let you go over 28 hours. It was a hard and fast like corporate rule. But in the last 2 weeks, I've gone a little bit in overtime, like a 40.5 hours for the last 2 weeks. One day, because I had to extend, otherwise a good friend of mine who was the assistant supervisor for that day wouldn't have been able to open her ride, so I volunteered to come in early. Then the next day was forced extended to do an evacuation drill, even though I had done an evacuation, a real one, like 3 days earlier, and none of us knew until like an hour beforehand, because maintenance told us, because they were up there fixing the ride. And health services people that were there as part of the drill, keep in mind this evac drill is just for our ride, not for like the park. This is a ride specific one. The health services people who were there said they knew about it like 2 weeks in advance. The actual ride attendants and the lead of the ride attendants didn't know until an hour before it started. So that's the kind of stuff I'm working with. And from the 28-hour rule to working overtime. I have a 13-hour shift tomorrow. That's why I can't make the live show for paper cut. And I have another 13-hour shift in my little 4-day stretch coming up. So 2 13 hours. Keep in mind, my last job, the max I ever worked was 10. And I worked 2 10-hour shifts in 2 years working seasonally. So that's like the contrast. And hence why I'm trying to leave. And there's a big-ass bug around my head. Anyway. So I'm 8.5 hours into Rune and Rising, the audiobook, and it's 11 hours long, so I'm nearing the end. The bit I talked about with the third amplifier, seeing it actual in the book with context, made like no sense why she did it that way. I don't really see like any thematic purpose to doing that the way Lee did it, but I think it was just to heighten the melodrama, which is stupid, because like even though there's all the fold and darkling and all that, the real drama of these books is the love square, hexagon, whatever. It's the Grisha trilogy, like, having not even finished it, I will say, I think the Grisha trilogy is a trilogy of books that have ideas that could work. Great ideas that aren't executed terribly well, or original ideas that are mashed with ideas we've seen before, and not in a great original way. Not like Six of Crows, where you get like heist novel, cliches and things you've seen before, but like twisted with a fantasy element, which even though you've seen those heist elements before, like it's brand new, because you don't really know how they're going to work the fantasy and that really twists stuff around. So I'll put my final rating here if I finish it, because I think I'll finish it tonight, because I'm listening on 2 times audio, so it should only take me like another hour or so to finish it. Cindy, Kat, or Jordan, if any of you are watching, good luck on the live show tomorrow. I hope everyone that can actually make it enjoys it. Hopefully this isn't a one-off reunion, but if it is, I understand. I mean, we're all busy people. If it keeps going, though, hopefully I can make the next one, because, I miss that sense of community. It was always a lot of fun on those live shows, whether it be like on the show or just in the chat. I've met a couple friends through those shows, so I miss that. So I hope it sticks around, but we'll see. Anyway, I do remember my old outro, but I'm not even going to try, because, this is more like a feelings vlog with a little bit of reading in it. So it just doesn't feel quite right. So I'm going to finish my walk, go home and work on my painting after I do my laundry. I got to do my laundry at home. Shit. Anyway, I hope you all take care. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves and your mental health, because these are trying times, even though the pandemic's starting to wind down, especially in America. I know other parts of the world are still getting hit hard. It's still important for us to look out for ourselves and for each other. So hopefully I'll see you again soon. I'm thinking of doing just more car vlogs, because I feel kind of uncomfortable filming with other people in the house. So if the car vlogs are okay with you, me doing like more discussion videos in the car, is cool with you, let me know, and we can start rocking and rolling with that content, because I have discussion ideas that I've wanted to get to for a while and never done. So now would be the perfect time while I'm trying to start reading again. So until then, everyone take care and have yourselves a good night.